Well, hello everyone. Clever's here. Today I want to discuss a little bit about a place called Iloilo. The reason why I'm bringing up Iloilo is because it's a unique city in the Philippines. Its uniqueness, it's called the city of love. But also, one thing that really touched my mind in Iloilo, I'm gonna tell you, and I will tell you the downside that I didn't really enjoy much, but I'm gonna break for you the truth about Iloilo from the airport where I arrived. I arrived in Iloilo from Manila. When I arrived there in Iloilo at the airport is an international airport that's because they have international flight. Just for information, if you're gonna go downtown, Iloilo Airport is a little bit different from other airports where you can see the airport is close to the sea, but the airport of Iloilo is not close to the sea, like closer, where you can see some flight flying over the sea immediately. But there is a quick trip from the airport to downtown. But I'm gonna tell you about the food in Iloilo. I'm gonna tell you about people and the traditional experience because I went to people's house to ask for rice. I went to a place where I had to share kindness with people. Many of you now are getting use of me because you know when I travel I like going to share kindness with the people.
Thank you for helping Filipino.
As I'm saying about Iloilo, when you arrive at the airport, the opposite at the airport, there is a quick place to stay and eat. You know, you may be traveling, you're hungry, but there is a quick place where you can stay and have a meal. They they have this kind of canteen and they provide Filipino food. But right in the front of this, you will see different story. It's more American or Westerners food you will see. But here you eat local Filipino food, and especially this grilled chicken. They grill it right there on a grill, charcoal. That's what I want. For you, I like your sunglass. The sunglass, yeah, beautiful. Where did you get them? Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
Liempo, 159 each.
This is pork, obviously Philippine pork. They love pork in the Philippines. And you have that vegetables mix is called what?
Mixed vegetable.
Just mixed veg. Okay.
50 pesos
50 pesos
per serving.
per serving.
Chop suey, 80 pesos per serving.
And what is that?
Ensalada.
Enchilada?
Yes, jackfruit.
Hey, you say these are really good, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are for you.
Oh, thank you. We wait na lista, you know.
There are a couple of restaurants there, just the opposite of the airport. Actually, when I arrived at the airport, that's where I met some people there, and they are taxi drivers or they're involved in transportation. And I saw the first impression of Ilongos was the hospitality. I get a chance to discuss with this guy. Watch this first.
I'm a jail officer.
Oh, you're a jail officer?
Yes, sir.
Don't take me in jail, please.
Yes, of course. No,
Yeah, because I behave.
Yes,
I behave
I
really
know,
good.
sir. I know, sir.
So,
The American people are nice.
so when did you start working in jail?
Since August 16. 2002.
16 years you've been working there? Wow, that's a lot.
No. I'm already 22 years in service.
In service
Yeah.
as a jail officer.
Yes.
Wow, that's really why you
I'm
why you work on that? Why you decided to work on in jail?
Because I like being a jail officer, sir.
So if a young person will come and tell you and say, I'm thinking to look a job and to go to work in jail. What's something you can say working in jail is good as a jail officer?
Because
Yeah, I like engaging in a hard topic to know the culture of places where I go. I will go and ask them some questions that I feel like if they respond to me, then I'm gonna know much. The only way you can know is by asking. So I get a chance to meet these people here. So, and they have quite a long, fascinating stories from the culture, but also from the work perspective, because they work, one of them worked with the government. And I did some vlogs immediately at the airport there. How about these following things about Iloilo? Let me tell you about the welcoming first. I connected with this family, and I think it's the family, they call them the Mercados, who are in Iloilo. Thank you so much. And Iloilo, I have a good experience of a single mother that we help, and she really advanced a lot. I've never met her, and even when I was there, I didn't get enough time to visit her, but she's a good example of resiliency, of independency. She was struggling and couldn't find how to raise kid, was very hard, but we managed to support her, and she is a good example with a little support. We gave only 7,000 peso, but now she have over 40K. I salute you, ma'am, where you are. I've never seen you, but I hope one day I will see you, because you are a good example of how with the little things you can really do something important for you, for yourself, for your family. Guys, this place here, there is a year, I think it's 2023 or 2024. It gets dried. This lake get really dried. We could walk until passing this yellow. Actually, this is like the boundary where people can swim safely. They can swim on this, and you see that the yellow line there. That's the boundary. So we were able to walk until those point, the security point you can see there, because it was really dry. The water went low, like a low. But at the same time, sometime when it flood and water can come until here. But what I'm saying here about Iloilo, it's just something that you will remark and you should know that can bring you to Iloilo is the welcoming. And I was giving you the example of this Mercado family, or they say Mercado. I don't know. That is Spanish word actually for market. Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm gonna ask themselves as well. I've seen people in the Philippines, you know, they have Spanish name. When I ask the meaning, sometimes they say, no, my name is not Hispanic. But anyway, what I'm gonna tell you about the Iloilo was mostly the welcoming of people from the airport and from the transportation from the airport to downtown, because I had to stay in a place called Saint Raphael. That's where I was planning, I planned to stay. And the accommodation, if you want a cheap, secured accommodation, go to condos. And I highly recommend go to condos, go to Airbnb and check the condo. But remember, in condos, there is no breakfast. You're gonna cook everything by yourself. The good things with the hotel, and they have the good hotel too. I will mention one of them, like Zuri is number one, I think, there, and Radisson. But Zuri is next to all the businesses there. Zuri Hotel, and there is another hotel that has a kind of Indian name. It's called Injab. I don't know if it's Indian. Please, if you are in Iloilo, I want to know the meaning of that name, because both Zuri to me it sounds more Swahili, and I born and raised speaking Swahili. Then Zuri means good in Swahili, but Injab sounds to me more Indian. So I was so surprised about those names. They're quite interesting in Iloilo. And those hotels, Zuri is on the side, one side, and the Injab on the other side of the mall. Injab is really like close to a mall. If you cross it, you are immediately to a mall there. And I think there is also a overpass, like a skywalk where you can pass to go to the mall. So about accommodation, that's very important. You need to bear an amount in your mind. Sorry, the accommodation is very cheap compared to hotels, to other places where you can go. So Iloilo accommodation is cheaper than Legazpi. I will tell you about Legazpi because I've been to Legazpi several times. So Legazpi and Bicol. I will tell you about Legazpi and about Davao as well. But for you who are preparing to go to Iloilo, this is video for you, because I'm gonna break down for you from the people, culture, the prices of the food and accommodation. Mostly I will go with the tradition, the culture, and the people, how they social interact, especially someone like me. I'm very rare there. When they see me, some of them will call me the names that for the purpose of my video I'm not going to say it here, but I like that. I like hearing people's perspective, because when they call you those names, you know what is inside themselves and what they think about you. But really good people. So I'm gonna break this to you and telling you about everything you know before you go to Iloilo, or if you're planning to go to Iloilo to enjoy Ilongo's food, Ilongo's culture, Ilongo's pricing, Ilongo's market, Ilongo's tradition. So let's go. So number one, let's talk about the place, Ilongo's area, or Iloilo City. When you arrive at the airport is a little bit far from the city center, so it's not quite close, which it's good for safety, because you don't have the planes flying over the tall buildings, because Iloilo have some tall buildings. But not only that, the area where it's different from what you may know from other airports, where you can find mostly airports are close to the water, but airport in Iloilo is not close to the water as you may think. But it's an island. It's an island. What I'm talking close to the water is most of the airport, they will be like taking over. Like let's say the airport is close like there, and it will take over the sea, like where you see in San Francisco or in Los Angeles. But anyway, what I want to mean here, you will need to take quite a transportation from the airport to the city center. But when I arrived to the airport, I saw first a good impression. There were people across to the airport. And those people who are there, they are mostly taximen involved in transportation. I get a chance to talk with these people. They give me the first good impression of Ilongos, not Ilocos. I used to confuse those two names. Ilocos is from Ilocos. Ilongos, they are from Iloilo. I used to confuse those two names. So the first impression that I had was a people, because I arrived there and I planned to have the same day Budo fight. So not the same day, Budo fight was planned the next day, but I wanted to surprise this family, the Mercado family or Mercado family. Mercado means market. I don't know, maybe I will ask that family if they know the meaning of their name. What I've seen in Iloilo, not in Iloilo, in the Philippines, many people, they don't know that their names have Spanish origin, especially young population, because because the Spanish is no longer stronger there or fluent there. It remains mostly in names of the area, of the people. Yeah, even their president, his name, he has a Spanish name, and also many people you will meet in the area as well. But if you go to a place called the Zamboanga, that's where you're gonna find the pure Spanish, and you can feel the Spanish there language. So what you should expect about the food, it's abundant, and the price, it can vary a little bit from what you know if you are in Davao or if you are in Bicol. What I've seen is that, and you know, Iloilo is way bigger than Legazpi. Legazpi, that's where you have the capital city of the province, and I think the entire region of Bicol. But what I want to tell you is that about the food in Iloilo, you will start feeling the Ilongos food. And you know that the Iloilo, their culinary is recognized by UNESCO. So what can you say beside trying their food and enjoying it? When I left there, airport to the downtown, that's where you will start feeling a city life, because the downtown area, I think they call it the Mandurao or Mandurio or something like that, and the Saint Rafael. And I stay in Saint Rafael. When you go to Iloilo, you want to have a good stay, I advise you to take the condo. Those condos, they have a lot of them in Iloilo. This is the reason why. The first is their pricing, which can range to $45 per day, but it's safe. You like swimming, they have a swimming pool. You like a gated door, a gated building, it's gated, they have the security. And not only that, the safety in general and the location. Most of those, like if you stay in San Rafael, I was walking to the mall It's very easy to walk to the mall and to walk to their beautiful night market. So the accommodation, that's my first advice. But I stayed also in a hotel called Zuri. I'm gonna tell you about this hotel. Do you think Iloilo has the best food? Sir? Oh, I talked to you yesterday. I bought this t-shirt in a night market Iloilo. It's small. I want to return it. What is the returning policy? They say, I bought it because of this guy. They say it's famous.
He's the one, sir. The one on the picture, he's the one. For the returning policy, sir, you may ask the seller.
They say he's famous, this guy.
Yes, famous.
You know him? Later on. Is that okay? I can share this on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. It's an amazing place to stay if you want a breakfast, and also it's just neighbor of, it's like a neighbor of the SM, of the mall. So that's the place where I stay there too. And by the way, the name Zuri, it's really impressing me because I'm from African origin, and born and raised speaking Swahili. Zuri means good, but they will add N, or sometimes they don't use that. And then next to that, there is another hotel called Injab. I've never stayed there, but that name sounds more Indian name. I don't know the origin of that name. If you know, please tell me. I like knowing stuff. And that Zuri, I don't know where they got that name. I wish I could get the owner and ask him or her, where did you get that name? It's now quiet here, but if you come here like around probably noon on Saturday, we'll be super full, really full. But this is a good time to come to talk to you about Iloilo right here. It's really a good time. By the way, I'm using the new DJI Osmo 360 angle. It's really good. Look how beautiful it is. And they have all this bungalow where you can sit. And not only that, they have a barbecue too. You can come and barbecue here. See. And you have sunrise there. It's rising on top of this lake. Iloilo, regarding the accommodation, it's cheaper compared to other places where I went, especially in Legazpi. Legazpi, I will tell you about that city of Legazpi. Very interesting place, small in the valley, but it can be a little bit expensive. I'm not talking about that much. Let's talk more about Iloilo first, so that when you are there. The maintenance of the city is the most crucial part of that city, of Iloilo City. The cleanness, the decoration of the city, it's just amazing. I went to a night market. The night market in Iloilo, which is very famous, it produces Chinese culture. And that is my own observation. Because of the way it is decorated, it produces more Chinese culture. And adding on that, it has this type of arrangement that they will block. It's like on the street, they will block the street at night time and having people to enjoy that. When you go nighttime there, the climate is so vibrating and beautiful, and that's where you can enjoy more the tradition of the Philippines for the food. I didn't like one meal. I'm not a fan of that. They gave me to test. It's called a balut. So, balut, that part there, yeah, I pass. And I don't want to even stay more talking about that. Do you like balut? Tell me why you like balut, why? And I don't know who introduced that meal in the Philippines. I don't know if it is in Iloilo or another island. I would like to know that. And didn't really match with my mind, but I like the other food like a bak choy, and I also enjoy a couple of other meals there. But folks, when it comes to people, I get a time to go to do Budo fight. The Budo fight time in Iloilo was my best time ever, and I will not forget that. That really touched my heart. Wow. Welcome to Iloilo. Yeah.
Slowly eating, slowly. Hinay lang
But me, I eat fast.
Hinay lang
And they make this time for me. because it was one of those great moments where people can gather and have the moment that they will not forget in their life. Filipino, I really appreciate and respect you about your culture, especially the food gathering. When it comes to food, as you know, food defines tradition. You can meet the food and you know that this food is coming from this population. And the Filipino, I really salute you because you have a lot of definition of your culture through food. With number one, the great Budo fight, which I wish many countries will copy your tradition and they can use them in their daily life when it comes to sharing, family sharing, community sharing. Back home in Africa, we do have that kind, but it's not quite the way you do it. It's not quite, and back home in Africa, not in America, because yeah, the barbecue people, they just do barbecue there, but they eating like a community together, having the hands-on, it's something that is very rare. That's something that I will say I really appreciate and kudos on that. When I went to these families, they arranged, we had games, and after that I showed them kindness, what I don't like showing on the camera, to people interaction, when it comes to people oneness. And you can see when you are around the table, there is no discrimination either for religion, from race, for height, for anything, physical appearance. All of us were like one family, and that really touched my heart a lot. And I do that every time I go to the Philippines. I enjoy doing the Budo fight. So we did the Budo fight with the kids and with the families. And after that, before we leave, I get a chance to try to experience some of the challenging transportation, and I fell. Wasn't really fun, but I fell. Maybe I should say it was fun. Yeah, but it didn't work. Then let's jump and tell you to another place where I go, San Rafael. The community that lives in poverty, but they are poor in terms of material, but they are not poor in terms of living. So I'm back in this community. As you can see, all these are my friends, these angels you see here. The one who will make it will get rice, bag of rice. And then I'm gonna give my son's shoes, these basketball shoes, to the best. I was here before. Okay, we just got more soda. I think the motorcycle has an issue of gas. They were saying a gasolina. Yeah, stand behind here, you are tall. You're very tall. Kirikuno. Hey, hey. Hey, you are, I can see my camera myself there. Girikuno. Okay. Okay, I give you, you go there. Don't come again. I give you, you go there. No pira. No pira. Okay. You. No pira. How do you know that is a free throw? That? This here? Oh, okay. So that is a free throw there.
And 10 years, 10 years.
10 years? Really?
10 years.
So that free throw there has been there for 10 years. You see that marker there? This one here. Soda is ready. Oh, that's really good. Soda is ready. Yeah, soda is ready. Yeah, good. Hold on. This is okay. We just got more soda. So. So the guy won the game after long trying. Socially, interaction, hospitality. Filipino may be struggling financially, but they don't struggle when it comes to hospitality. And then I've seen that several times. They are the teacher of hospitality, of generosity. Besides that, regarding Iloilo, when you were there, all these heart-touching moments that I had there, when you were there, don't forget to go to the mall. They have what they call the blind massage. I don't feel comfortable to call it blind massage. I'll call it like vision impairment, because all of us at some point we have some kind of disability, and those people, the massage they do, by getting that training of doing massage, it's a very in advance in terms of thinking, because there are some people who call themselves like we are able vision, but we don't see. Yeah, maybe having vision, looking, but we don't see. And that's what the one we believe, he said that too. He said we have an ear to hear and we have eyes to see, but we don't hear and we don't see. But those people, they touch my heart a lot. And when you go around there, you will find these people that I always respect, and they are entire in the Philippines. What they do, it's like a work, the security work. You will see them wearing a white shirt and like a navy blue kind of pants, working very hard to ensure everyone is safe. Even though it's their work, even though it's their job, but I will not forget that what they do is a part of the Filipino respect and the discipline. So that's what I can say, but I didn't end my day there. I spent a couple of days there, but the one that ended well was to go to a city called Aton. Autumn City, it was one of my favorite city. Why? Because I met this lady whose child was in hospital and didn't have the money to get the child out of the hospital. They were running short. I'm glad I was there. I don't know how I ended by there to meet that lady. I didn't know her before. Where you have all these people that are kind of living together with oneness and love. The way they receive you, the way they welcome you, it is such an amazing time. Briefly about the Iloilo. Briefly, number one, if you wanna stay for cheaper and you wanna cook their food, get a condo. Get a condo. Their condo around $45. Secondly, people, I guarantee you that you're gonna be loved. Ilongos, they're very hospitable. All Filipino. Yeah, the hospitality in the Philippines, the level is high, but the more you go to the rural part, the more you find more the uniqueness of that hospitality. So Iloilo, yeah, hospitality, it's very, very high. Secondly, the cleanness of the city. Most of the part, I know every city has its own struggle, but the majority of the city is clean. That's very important to know. Food, be ready. I don't know about the balut, but be ready. And if you like the balut, go there because Iloilo is known for food internationally, non-internationally. So the other things I was saying is the Bodo fight tradition. Their tradition is very rich, and I salute that. So thank you so much, the Mersado family. Thank you so much for you and Autumn. I forgot your name. Thank you so much for the folks I met at the market. I know you're gonna see my videos and you like following me that. Maraming salamat to all of you in Iloilo, and I promise that I will come again to visit. Now I wanna go to Rojax. I want to go to Capiz. I want to visit those areas so that I can know more about Iloilo, because it's very hard to know more by being just in the city. Maraming salamat and Dios mabalos. Until next time.